Hello, and today I will be doing my episode ranking of season 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer now that I have finished the first season. What a great season it was! I loved it, and from what I've heard from you guys in the comments, it's only going to get better from here on out, so I cannot wait for season 2. So until then, I wanted to share my ranking of my least favourite to most favourite episode of season 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So let's dive into that, shall we? Now, rocking up at dead last is episode 4, The Teacher's Pets. Now, one good highlight for this was it was my very first jump scare on this channel, and it did showcase how teachers can be predators rather than the role models and teachers of knowledge that they should be. Xander fell very easily prey to this predator, but all in all, this episode is dead last because of the poor effects. Yes, I get that the show is a bit dated now. The rest of the episode as a whole just was quite slow and was very interesting. It just is my least favourite, but I guess we might have a reoccurrence of these praying mantis demon thingies later in the series due to the eggs being left at the end of the episode. Now, diving in 11th place, I have the very first episode, Welcome to the Hellmouth. Now, sometimes the intro episodes can be a hit and miss with TV shows. Some can be quite slow as it spends a lot of time developing characters, introducing everyone, and yes, as a whole, the episode did a very good job of introducing everyone to the show. It just was quite slow paced, and I can see why it needed to be a two-part episode, which is one thing I do love is when there is a two-part episode. So I hope I do see some more of those two-part episodes in following and future seasons. But it did showcase a lot of great cast within the first episode, and it was really cool getting to know and see everyone. And I can't wait to see them progress and develop throughout the seasons in the future. 10th place is the season finale, episode 12, The Prophecy Girl. It was just very anticlimactic for the big bad that has been advertised from the very beginning throughout the whole of the season, just to end up so easily defeated at the very end. Yes, he did kill Buffy, which was a surprise, but that surprise was also kind of ruined with the fact that I know there are other seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So yeah, that was kind of ruined. I knew she'd come back to life. And then when they had the rematch, he was just so easily and quickly dispatched. It was just so unexciting as a whole, this episode, compared to the other episodes within this season. And such a letdown for our big bad boss. As a season finale, it was a bit of a low point of the season, I believe. Coming in at 9th place is episode 5, Never Kill a Boy on Their First Date. This was a really cool episode, interesting. It really showcased Buffy's dilemma she is going to continuously be in throughout future seasons of wanting to manage her personal life with her vampire slaying life or evil killing life. And it just shows how torn she is to just wanting to live a normal teenage girl life and go on some dates with some cute guys, but also be torn by her duties of having a fight evil on a regular basis. It was quite a good episode and it was really enjoyable, and it had some really cool funny moments as well as some cute moments in that episode. Coming in at 8th place, we have Out of Mind, Out of Sight. Episode 11, Cordy's Invisible Friend, is probably my favourite episode with Cordelia in. It was brilliant. It was all about Cordelia this episode. I quite like Cordelia. She's probably one of my favourite characters at the moment. And it was really good. And one of my favourite lines from Cordelia was her reply to Giles when Giles asked if I don't believe I've ever seen you in the library before. And her reply was just so snappy, so quick. It was like, no, I have a life. Loved it. It was brilliant. So Cordelia. I loved it. Probably my most favourite comment with Cordelia in. Now, coming in at number 7th place, you have The Harvest, episode 2, where Buffy kills Luke and stops the Master's plan to free himself at an earlier stage within the season. It was quite a great second part to the intro of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Showed vampires, showcased a cool bit of fighting. It was a really good episode and showed how stakes are on the line instantly with Xander's best friend at the time being turned into a vampire within this episode. And it also did have probably a good fan favourite is the scene in which Willow advises Cordelia to push deliver to save her work. Deliver, delete. I would be heartbroken if that happened to me. I mean, come on. You spend however long doing just for it to all just disappear. And in fact, I almost cried recently with my season finale reaction, as I actually almost did lose those two episodes. My editing app basically decided to update to the beta version and then unupdate. And because I had edited my reaction with the beta version and I couldn't re-access the beta version, I spent a whole day on a Sunday editing the hell out of it just to come Monday to do the finishing touches so I can export it. I couldn't do it. I was almost about ready to cry because I lost that work. I thought I lost it, and I spent a good couple of days trying to figure out how to recover it, and I did finally do it in the end. I had to drastically drop the quality, so I'm sorry again for the quality of the video. Coming in sixth place, iRobot Eugene, episode 8. Now, in this episode, we see Willow get her first romantic interest of the series in the form of a demon/demon possessed robot thing. Very different. Never seen that sort of concept before, of a demon being inside of a robot. And it also did possess my favourite line from Xander. Speak good English, I do. Something along those lines. I cannot remember the exact line, but oh my god, it was brilliant. Favourite moment of Xander by far. I loved it. It is like, oh, I hope there's many more of those to come. That is currently my favourite moment in the entire season 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Me not speak good English. Whatever he said, it was hilarious. I loved it. It was brilliant. Please give me more of that for Xander, please. I loved it. Into the top 5 now. And in fifth spot, we have Witch, the Witch cheerleader. Now, I actually thought Amy was getting a lot of pressure from her parents to be in the cheerleading squad. Newsflash, it was her parent possessing Amy's body. Wow, what a cool different episode. And we see Buffy in a really big dilemma for the first time of actually being really unwell with whatever spell cursed Amy's mum inside Amy's body had put on Buffy. It was quite a fun episode to see her taking part in school activities, having a bit of fun in school activities before she started getting more serious into her vampire role and duties later on in the season. And it was good to see her joining in activities. It's just so unfortunate that it was all ruined by her other life, her Slayer life. It is a shame. It would have been nice to see her stuck part of some sort of group other than her little homie gang. Either way, it was a fun episode. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Coming in at number 4, we have episode 10, Nightmares. Well, there are so many moments in this episode I loved. It was so cool seeing everyone's nightmares become a reality for them. And, well, naked inside a classroom, being chucked on stage, killer clowns, bad hair days, turn into a vampire, and, oh my god, my favourite, absolutely favourite, Cordelia on the chess team. She actually has that as a nightmare that she is on the chess team. Oh my god. It still makes me chuckle now. Cordelia, oh god, I'm loving Cordelia and I can't wait to see more of her in season 2. It was brilliant. I think the best bit of the episode was just seeing everyone's nightmares come to life. Villain of that episode was a bit, it's some deformed guy with a copper hand, whatever it was. But the whole nightmare side of it was really cool and fun. I loved it. It was brilliant. We're into the top 3 now. So in third place, we have episode 9, The Puppet Show. Sid the Dummy. Wow, what a cool idea. I want to see more puppet related shows out there. I really do. I want to know what they are. Any sort of creepy puppet sort of thing. Please let me know in the comments. It was such a cool idea and I've not seen like it before. I do know there's like Chucky out there and I might get to doing that like movie franchise thing at some point. Horny Dummy was brilliant. Loved it. The secret villain of the episode was a bit plain, but I did like how it was sort of like heavily hinted that the dummy was the actual villain of the episode. Just to have that reveal, halfway through, 3/4 of the way through. It was a cool reveal. to find out that the dummy's actually also a demon hunter. Cool. I love the dummy. It was brilliant. I hope we see another dummy later on or something. It was cool. Oh wow. The top two. What are they going to be? Well, for me, it was episode 6, The Pack. Or, in real life, a pack of hyenas is actually called a clan. Didn't know that. Thank you. Please keep the information coming. I love it. I love this episode so much. Just seeing the actor that played Xander, I can't remember his name. It really showed his range. And from what someone else said in the comments, that he never really made much more of himself outside of Buffy. What a shame. To see someone that can be a comedic actor also go into some sort of real bad boy sort of character, you could see his vibe change completely from when he was possessed as a hyena. That is good acting, and such a shame that he never made any other return or come back to the television or big screen. So that is a shame for him. And oh my god, rest in peace, Principal Flute. Such a shame, such a nice principal, unlike Snyder. I mean, Mini Fuhrer or what? And god, those kids possessed by the hyenas, they were savage. It literally got my heart going a couple of times in that episode, especially when the clan was approaching the mother and child, or mother and baby. Oh my god, if they did something to them, oh my god, I think I would have cried. Now, in the top spot, if you haven't guessed it already, it's episode 7, Angel. Angel has a soul, which he got from a gypsy curse. Interesting concept. I just really loved the story diving into his background. It was cool seeing how the other evil vampire, the master's psychic, blonde vampire, can't remember her name now off the top of my head, but she created Angel, and it was just so cool and interesting seeing their backstory, seeing the setup for him being framed for attacking Buffy's mum, seeing them to be briefly go at each other before he divulges his backstory, and seeing at the end of the episode those two growing closer together. Oh my god, I'm shipping it. I can't wait to see those two together in season 2, and I really hope they do start growing more and more together, especially after it's revealed that they both do have feelings for one another at the end of the season finale. I want to see them two together. I can't wait to see it. Vampire and a Vampire Slayer? Yes, please. And that is it with my ranking. I will be sure to do the same again for season 2, and I can't wait to see you guys in the comments down below to hear your rankings of your season 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And until then, I'll join you guys next time for the very beginning of season 2, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. See you guys then. Bye.